For more on the protests in Atlanta last night and the reaction from city leaders, I spoke with Sudhin Tanawala, a reporter for the Associated Press who is covering events there. Sudhin, we saw the mayor, we saw Killer Mike, we saw lots of people pleading with the citizens of Atlanta to stop burning down their own city last night. How severe was it? Because oftentimes we see just a little glimpse of the city. What was happening?
There was a significant amount of damage, but really this started off as a peaceful protest. There were thousands of people who gathered in a park downtown and marched for a couple of hours to City Hall, to the state capitol, and then came back. And then you had a group of several hundred protesters who ended up confronting police outside CNN headquarters. And this was on a small side street, so not the main street in front of CNN. And that's when you really started seeing some violence. They spray painted the CNN sign. They began breaking windows at CNN. Police, for the most part, they did come over when the protesters started breaking windows at CNN, but they were pelted with bottles, plastic bottles. Police have told us that protesters threw knives at them. So it progressed from there. Then they smashed police cars, set one on fire, and then they began going around in that area in general. We're talking about a few blocks here, smashing windows, looting some stores, restaurants, and it was confined to that area for much of the night until really late, when protesters went to another part of the city a little farther north, where again, they vandalized, looted stores. This is in an area called Buckhead, north of downtown.
What's the city planning to do tonight or the nights after?
We haven't heard yet. It's still a little early here this morning, and we are asking police officials what their plans are. The mayor addressed this last night. She said she is concerned about another night like this. And she really pleaded with protesters. She invoked this city's civil rights legacy. Dr. King was born here, of course. His daughter spoke. She spoke quite eloquently about the anger she felt when her father was assassinated. But she said, violence isn't the way to go. So they're hoping for the best. We haven't heard of an exact plan right now. We do know that the governor declared a state of emergency in this county, Fulton County, and deployed the National Guard. And we know he also sent in reinforcements from the state police. And so there's definitely going to be a bigger police presence today and going forward.
Is this different? Does it feel different compared to other times there has been any unrest?
I think it does a little bit. I think what we saw in terms of the violence was unusual. I think Atlanta does have a history of relatively peaceful protests. And there just seemed to be just more anger and frustration at what's going on. A number of the protesters I talked to just said enough is enough, they're looking at some of these recent incidents, of course, the one involving George Floyd, but also Ahmaud Arbery here that we had in Georgia. And, a couple of the people I talked to said, that could be me. And they're just very, very concerned about their safety, about their lives.
Sudhin Tanawala from the Associated Press joining us from Atlanta. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Harry.